Take your life back.
Okay, so here we are, walking the streets again, and seeing who needs help today. Sorry about the noise, but this is Ralph. I run Take Your Life Back on clearviews.info and Clear Reform. I am here today. It is October 19, 2014, and I'm on Neighborhood Road, Mastic Beach. And we are here doing what we do every week, and that is to help people. So let's see what we can do today. Stay tuned. These guys. Hey, how you doing? How did it go last week? Remember we were talking, you never emailed me. Yeah, you remember my email address, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, you want another one or you have it?
Yeah, I get another one.
Okay, there you go. Email me so I can help you with that program. Weren't you talking about that program? Yeah, I mean, I can definitely help you if you just email me so I know how to contact you.
All right.
How's everything going?
Everything's going good.
Still smoking weed?
Yeah, it's good getting high.
Are you inhaling?
Yeah, I'm inhaling.
You just got high? Yeah. What are you going to do today? Just hang out and relax?
I'm going to work.
Wow. Hopefully you don't have to operate a plane or something.
Nah, I'm cashier.
Oh, well, that's cool. Yeah. Well, you know, here, take a business card too. There you go. One of those. You know, possibly New York State can get you into one of those programs, like maybe 10 days and then inpatient, and it won't cost you a penny. You know, so that might work out for you, but then you have to worry about, you know, can you take time off from your job? I don't know if you can.
I'm under review right now. My review's going on right now. So.
Oh, so you got to wait.
Yeah, I know like a week or so.
Right. Well, you know, I had a guy that was the laundromat, and he was drinking like $300 in one weekend, every weekend. And I come here every Sunday, and he's down to only like $50 a weekend now. So, the point I'm trying to say is, if you smoke like 10 weeds, 10 joints, cut down, maybe gradually cut down. That usually can work too. You know, because you're like me. I used to drink until I was so drunk, then I'd sleep it off, eat, and then start all over again.
Well, like how I do.
Yeah, so maybe you want to like cut down a little bit. You know, I mean, you know, you got to do what you got to do, but. You know, but contact me either way, okay? Good seeing you again. I'll see you next Sunday if you need to talk to me, okay? All right, you're welcome. Streets are empty today. What's going on? Everybody cold?
Everybody good.
I'll talk to you later, man. So this guy has a review going on for his job, because I could probably get him into some sort of inpatient for 10 days through New York State, but being that he has a review. But, you know, my advice to him is pretty much is to, if he just cuts down to start with, you know, because when you cut down, it's better than not doing anything at all. So. But it is cold out, so that's why probably the streets are so empty today. I mean, it is really cold. But we'll see what goes on. Let's see if my pastor friend is here. Hey, how you doing? Can I give you one of these? I'm an addiction recovery coach. I'm trying to help the neighborhood with drugs and alcohol. Anybody has a problem, you can just give me a call or email me. Let me give you my business card, and it's for free. What I try to do is just clean up the neighborhood. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know him. Yeah, I interviewed him just recently for Channel 11. So but thank you so much. But how are you doing with your alcohol and drugs?
I don't do no drugs.
Good for you. I used to be an alcoholic, do like 15 shots of vodka a day.
I stopped about 8 months ago.
Oh, good for you. And you didn't have to go to AA, nothing? Wow, that is excellent. Well, on here, you'll notice there's a website. Go on there. I probably have about 175 videos, and they're all about different issues about addiction and stuff. And it's more or less an alternative to AA is what I talk about, because you don't need AA, I feel. It's all in here. If You have the strength inside there.
I'm 63 years old.
Good for you.
I'll be 63 and I drank all my life.
And you stopped it just in time.
And it doesn't even bother.
Wow. If you ever want to help me in the crusade, let me know, because you're a perfect example of what needs to be done to help clean up the streets. And when you go on my website, you'll see the videos. What I do is I try to go out and interview people. I come here every Sunday for 1 hour, even though I moved from this neighborhood. But contact me, okay? All right, take care. Nice talking to you. So, you guys heard this particular individual drank his whole life, and 8 months ago just got up and quit. And you know, this is my point. It's that you don't need to go to AA if you have a strong mind and you have an action plan, and the action plan is a strategy. It's a goal you're setting. How are you going to fight your addiction? What is your battle plan? So when you do that, you can figure out there are other ways other than AA. And I'm not knocking AA, because AA has helped millions and millions of people, and they've been around since 1936, and they're very successful. But what I am saying is that my methods do work. If you go to www.clearviews, that's CLEARVIEWS.info, or Clear Reform, CLEARREFORM.com, you'll see on there videos that touch every subject you can imagine. And folks, if I don't have a subject and you want me to videotape a subject that you might be interested in, call me at 844-405-HELP, or text me at 631-599-0218, and I will make sure I address the issue that you want or want to see. I promise you. But there are people out here, and you can just see me. I'm walking around Neighborhood Road, Master Beach today, October 19th, and there are people out there. Some people are trying their best to cope with the situation they're in. Some people have quit. Some people are trying to quit. And some people, I recommend they need to just cut down a little bit. But when they do all that, the program or my methods do work. But anyway, I'm going to shut this off for a few minutes, and we're going to touch again in a couple minutes and see what's going on, okay? So, talk to you guys in a couple minutes. So I'm standing out here at Andrew Pantry on Neighborhood Road, Mastic Beach, just to see if I can talk to some people. And it seems like it's pretty well dead end today. Not many people out. The weather is bad, so. But listen, even if I get just the flyers out and not get to talk to too many people, that's fine. Try your best. But it is empty here. Let's see what's going on the other side. How you doing, sir? Hi, can I just give you a flyer? Drug and alcohol addiction? Anyone you know? You already have it, or are you seeking help? Okay. Well, if anything, give us a call, okay? Thank you. I don't know what he meant by he already has it, but anyway. Hey, how you doing? Can I give you one of these? I'm trying to clean up the streets for alcohol and drug addiction. Anybody might have a problem, just give us a call. It's all free of charge. There's a card, including yourself. If you have any issues you want to talk about, it's no cost at all. Nice bike. Is that Walmart? Mongoose? Those are good, right? Yeah. Yeah. But if you know anybody, I mean, it's all free of charge. And, you know, all we're trying to do is clean up the streets here in the area or anywhere. You know, drug and alcohol addiction is really bad, especially heroin. Well, no, this is my program. Well, I'm from Mastic Beach originally, but I moved to the Hamptons. But I cover Mastic Beach or anywhere in the country. If you go on my website, you see that. I work for Channel 11. It's on our website. It's right on there, both websites. It's got about 173 videos that you can watch. But we do interviews and all that good stuff for people that want to get involved, volunteer or whatever. So go on the website and take a look, okay? All right, thank you. Bye-bye. You're welcome. You know, I think the impression people are getting, or thinking, is that we're going to go out there and actually give them a home to move into. That's not the case. What we are doing is giving you help. We are giving you the support you need to fight your addiction. That's what we're doing. And people seem to not want to understand it or they can't understand it, but that's really what it comes down to. So, folks, you know, I usually do my shows on video, and now it's for right now because I don't have a lot of people to talk to. Hey, how you doing? Can I give you one of these? I'm trying to clean the streets up on drug and alcohol addiction abuse. If you know anyone whatsoever that might need help, it's all free of charge. I'll give you a card. Phone number is help with the rest of the numbers before that. And we do interviews and stuff like that for TV. Anybody wants to talk about it. It doesn't have to be visual, it could be just audio or whatever. Well, I used to live right here. This used to be my alcohol drunken years right here. So I come back to my stomping grounds. Oh, cool. You know, but yeah, if you call me, I can get assistance through New York State for someone that might need to go inpatient or something. All right, sir?
Yeah, all right.
Take care. Bye-bye. Take you. Thanks. Bye-bye. Another person. You saw Hampton Days. You know, that's what they think right away, Hampton Days, but it's not. It's exactly here that I'm here today. But what I was saying is that usually I do my shows, video and audio, but right now it's audio because we're down on time here as far as people. There are not a lot of people on the streets. But I want you folks to know, if you let the sunshine into your heart, your home, you will get nothing. I mean nothing but positive results. If you eliminate the negativity and the negative people in your life, the naysayers, the ones that feel they need to tell you that you're worth nothing and you're no good, don't believe what they have to say because you are special. You are worth something and you're certainly worth a lot to God. God created you to be perfect, and sometimes what we do with our lives is we just go our own direction and we think we can run our lives. That's when we find out that it is then, when our lives are out of control, that we need to reach up to God and ask for guidance and direction. And that's what you folks need to do. I wish I had more people to speak to here for the interviews, but it's not happening that way, and it is what it is. But I will tell you folks this, that don't let the people, the naysayers, bring you down. You are special. You are worth something. You can live with addiction and you can win the battle. But what you need to do is two things. You need to, number one, you need to first acknowledge that you have a problem. You need to stop denying you have a problem. And when you do that, you need to also, at that time, you need to reach up to God and ask for guidance and directions. Because if you notice, if your life is crumbling around you, there's a reason for that. And that's because you don't know how to control your life. I don't know how to control my life, and that's where I include God in my daily living. So that's what you folks need to do. So why don't you start today? Call me at 844-405-HELP. And you can also get in touch with me at via text 631-599-0218. And you can also go to my website's clearviews.info, www.clearreform.com. Come see me. Talk to me, and together I will help you take your life back. That I promise you. Okay? So, that's pretty much all I have to say. Hey, how you doing today? I don't know if I gave you one last week.
I don't think you have.
Now, this is about drug and alcohol addiction. I'm trying to help the streets here by helping people that have alcohol and drug addiction problems. Here's my card.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, you're right about that. I try to come out here once a week on a Sunday for an hour. These used to be my drunken years here before I moved. So I come back here to try to help the people in my old neighborhood. And it's all free of charge. I have websites, I do videos. I'm on Channel 11 sometimes. So go on there, take a look. And if you need some help, by all means, just give me a call.
Yeah, not me, but I know people who might.
Yeah, and it's, you know, you don't have to give your name and nothing. You can text me. There's phone number for texting. Whatever people want to do. All right, sir? All right, nice meeting you. Have a great day. Thanks. Okay, that looks like it's it. I am back. I see one more person walking down the street, so let me see if I can try to help this person. Maybe I can do something for them. Morning. Can I hand you a flyer? I'm trying to, you're welcome. It's about drug and alcohol addiction. If anybody needs help that you might know, give me a call, okay? Thank you. There he is. Good. How's it going for you this week? Good? Okay, well, I think that's pretty much it. Looks like everybody is either in church or, because of the weather today, not coming out at all. So I'm going to take a walk into the laundromat one more time. And, folks, it is so simple. Easier said than easier done, I know. Changes to be made, I know. But it's possible if you really want it. So start today, October 19th, 2014. Start today and let me help you take your life back. Remember, a sober today makes for a better tomorrow. And if you believe it in your head, it'll become clear at your home. Let the sunshine into your heart and your home, and you'll get nothing but positive results. And get rid of the negativity and the naysayers around you. Start today, and let me, Ralf Friedrichs, help take your life back.
Take your life back.
Good morning and welcome to Take Your Life Back with Ralf Friedrichs. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Today is Monday, October 20th, 2014. Yesterday wasn't the best day for interviews. The weather was a little overcast. However, I did run into a few people, some real people with real stories. As I was walking up and down Neighborhood Road in Mastic Beach yesterday, the wind was pretty high, it was cold, and people just seemed like they did not want to go outside. However, like I said, I did get a few interviews, and in today's video I also added, well, I should say in this morning's video that I published, I also added some interviews from last Sunday. So in combination of yesterday's interviews and last week's, it made for a nice segment, and it really did give you an idea of what is out there. One in particular guy I ran into again, he is a young fellow that waits for a bus every Sunday, and he was telling me that he just got high, believe it or not, and he's on his way to work. And I jokingly said to him, well, I hope you don't fly planes for a living. And of course, there are many, many other jobs that you should not be either drinking or doing any drugs. However, he jokingly said that he was a cashier, and he is still interested in going into some kind of treatment center or treatment rehab situation environment for himself. The thing here is that he's under review at his job and he can't take the time off. What I suggested to him, and I suggested this to another individual who has in fact listened to what I had said, is that if you for some reason cannot cut totally, at least wean yourself off. A lot of doctors that give you medication to counteract a high with a new medication that kind of alleviates and fluctuates your bloodstream. This particular person, let's say if he is smoking 10 joints a day, if he cut down to 5 and then to 2 and then to none, might be a little easier for him. Like the individual that you folks heard on one of my videos weeks ago, he went from $300 a weekend of beer, just beer. He cut himself down to $50 a week now. He looks better, he speaks better, his eyes are clearer. And folks, sometimes it's not as easy to do to just cut totally, especially if you're not ready and you have not hit rock bottom. But to wean off is certainly a step in the right direction, to slowly get off. Hopefully this individual will be contacting me soon. I gave him my information again because I did not hear from him because he has no insurance and he has no funds. I suggested that I could probably get him help through New York State. So folks, let's all hope this individual gives me a call, because I always say this, and it's really important that I emphasize this, that if I just catch 2 people from every video, when I say catch, help 2 people, and I guarantee you folks, one of those people is always going to be me. Each and every video helps me because it refreshes my memory of my alcohol addiction. It helps me to help you. And then I hope that I help just one other person. Of course, in a perfect world, I would love to help the thousands that see me on these videos. However, if I just get one person out there and one person right here, which is me, mission is accomplished. I want to give a shout out to Dr. Luis Gonzalez over at Starting Point. You can reach him at 844-414-8444. His website is www.startingpointmn.com. That's STARTINGPOINTMN.com. Dr. Luis Gonzalez has 2 entities to his business. The first entity, like me, he is an addiction recovery coach. Like me, he's also not a therapist or a counselor. So him and I, and probably thousands of other addiction recovery coaches, concentrate on today, 24 hours at a time. We don't talk about your past, because your past is your past, and we'll get into that later about how your chapters in your book of life need to continually be written, but starting today, they can be written better. So that's what he does on his one side of the business. The other side of the business is that he can help you with his educational program, become an addiction recovery coach like I am and like he is. If you have personality, professionalism, and passion, and you have some sort of addiction in your background, he can help you with his educational background. Call Dr. Luis Gonzalez at Starting Point at 844-414-8444. or go to his website at www.startingpointmn, stands for Minnesota.com. It is very early in the morning, not even 7 o'clock yet, so my speech is waking up now. So I just want to also let you guys know that you can reach me at 844-405-HELP. It's funny because yesterday a person said, isn't that ironic that your phone number ends with the word help when you are helping? Well, that is the reason I designed it that way. 844-405-HELP. You can text me 24 hours a day at 631-599-0218. You can email me at clearreform, that's CLEARREFORM, at Yahoo. If you go to Facebook, you can find an open group of Clear Reform with 234 members now. You can also find pages clearviews.info and Clear Reform. You can find me on Google, Twitter, Dogpile, Dig, there's at least 3 other ones, Yahoo. You can find me there. But it all goes and depends on how much you want me to help you, because you know who I am because you look at me on a video. I don't know who sees me, but a simple text or a phone call, and we can start a conversation and see where it goes from there. Maybe I can help you. Maybe I can. And for this week's special, I am dedicating my services as an addiction recovery coach to anyone, and I mean anyone, that contacts me at no charge. I will give you a week's worth of counseling, coaching, not counseling, but coaching at no charge. but just contact me. But that's how sincere I am of helping people. I go to Mastic Beach, a neighborhood road, weekly to help people. I know that there are people out there walking around, whether they're either addicted right now or are suffering with a major addiction, or they're happily fighting their addiction with a recovery plan. I am here to tell you folks that there are so many different methods, which we will discuss, at least 3, how to fight with addiction or how to battle addiction daily with a recovery plan. Every goal needs a action plan, and once you have the action plan and your goal, once you achieve it, it is there for you to enjoy. So if you want to seek recovery and you want to fight your addiction, you have to have an action plan. We're going to talk about the 3 different ones that I usually talk about, because there are hundreds of other ones. But we'll talk about these things, about those plans. Today we're going to talk about 7 everyday things you can do to help stay away from a drink. These are things that you can do to help stay away from drinking. Today we're concentrating on the drinking aspect, but you can utilize these 7 things also to stay away from drugs. But it all depends on you. So are you folks ready for me to help take your life back? Because if you are, let's dive right into it. This is now written by me. Personally, I did not get this from the Mayo Clinic or the CDC. I just came up with a few things that I just wanted to share with you. At one point in my life, if someone told me that I had to go over a week without a drink, I would have told them they were absolutely insane, and that is so true. Now, if you were going to tell me I'm going to have a drink tomorrow, I would tell you you're just as insane as you were maybe a couple of years ago. Tell me I have to go a week without a drink. Do you see how that works? How an addiction action plan, recovery plan, I should say, in motion, and the grace of God can change what used to be of, you would think that somebody's insane by saying, Ralph, you have to go a whole week without a drink, to now me saying, you're insane if you think I'm going to have a drink. That whole thing just flipped right around. Getting to the point where I was ready to stop on both a physical and mental level seemed pretty much impossible. After coming that far, I was terrified of going back to the same lifestyle that I was so familiar with. I've learned a lot in the past 1.5 years of sobriety about what I can do to stay away from a drink. Now, the thought of drinking isn't even part of my brain. It's not even in my brain, the thought. It wasn't always like that. In the beginning, there were days that I white-knuckled my way through. I have to sneeze. If anyone said God bless you, thank you. Here are 7 simple ways that I came up with for you to go on your day-to-day basis to help you stay away from the drink. A drink, or many drinks in some cases. First one is to talk to other people of what you're going through. Folks, there is no shame in admitting that you have an addiction problem, whether it's drugs or alcohol. And by talking to other people, you are relieving, you're taking all that's bottled up inside you out to the open. Building a good sober support group was an essential part of my continued sobriety. My support group started with AA and then went into a larger, more open type of support group, and that is you. That are the streets in Mastic Beach. That are all my videos, my websites. That is my support group. Without having people around that can relate to the struggle that is early in sobriety can be putting added stress in your already stressful situation. And don't think that you're not being under stress. If you are quitting doing drugs and alcohol, the stress is going to be very high for you, because at this point, all you keep thinking about is, how do I get my fix? Yet, and I repeat, yet you don't want to get that fix because you want a better life. By verbalizing what you want to drink to others who have felt that way can really help alleviate some of those cravings. By verbalizing your want to drink, that's what you need to do. I'm going to push this down a little because I want to see my collar. There we go. That's a little better, right, folks? So, folks, talk to other people about what you are going through. And when I say other people, I'm not saying just walk around and let's use a supermarket, for example, and start talking to people. I'm talking about people that are close in your circle. Could be your spouse, could be a pastor, could be friends. During a football game you're watching at home with your buddies, talk to them. You need to, number two, find a hobby that can help pass the time. For me, this hobby would be doing my videos. It's not only a hobby, but it's also a structured program to fight my addiction. Find something that you can enjoy doing and dive right into it. Whether it's reading, exercising, creating music, or anything in between, or all of the above. This will not only allow you to have fun, but it can help you avoid picking up that first drink, because that first drink, while you're in recovery, is the most lethal drink. It's equal to the apple with Adam and Eve. That's how bad it is. Number three, don't just bask or sit and bask in your own misery. If you're having a bad day, and the worst thing that you can do is just to sit alone inside and think about it, you will get inside your head, and in early sobriety, it can be a very dangerous place to go. Go out and do something. Go grab some coffee. Maybe look into volunteering, and that is such a good idea. Do something besides singing Hymn Alone. Go to your local nursing homes, your hospital, your jails. Speak at a AA. Do something. The worst thing to do is to sit at home. The worst thing to do is to sit and bask in your own misery. Number four, try and do something kind without asking for anything in return. Try to do that. You know, I always said this, and I'm going to say it right now. To be kind, to do, to give to a person that you know cannot do anything in return, and to do that from the bottom of your heart, is the most kindest thing you can do. Because then you are doing something knowingly you're not going to benefit from it. I'm not talking about painting someone's house for them or anything crazy, but just try to be a better person daily. If you see some garbage on the sidewalk, throw it away, pick it up. If you are walking into a store and there's someone behind you, hold the door. Don't try and win the Nobel Peace Prize, but these small things can really make you feel better day to day, folks, and they really do. In my personal life, just this past weekend, a certain crisis, possibly, let me just re-emphasize, not a crisis, but a situation where I felt I needed to step in and help this particular person. Because there are times where I, personally, in my life, in the past, probably in the future, will need to have that extra support, and I knew this person needed that support. I am here to tell you, folks, that if you step up to the plate every once in a while and you do good, it will come back in tenfold. When you do good, you get positive results. Simple things like opening the door, simple things, picking up garbage, simple things is by sharing. When you go to the support groups, have an open mind and concentrate on the issue at hand. And that was my biggest problem with AA, is I would go to these meetings and everybody was talking about a lot of things that had nothing to do with my addiction or theirs. To me, it was a gigantic chat room. Not to say that it doesn't help people, because it does. It helps millions. It did not help me to the point where I sought or I wanted more help. I wanted to be actively more involved. Not only will this help you when you go to support groups, build a sober support group, but it will give you structure to your life. Having something to do every day, my videos or my support group, will help you stay out of your head. You never know what you may hear in AA or on my videos, and you never know how you might pick up things that might help you on a daily basis. Try and get a job. If you're just completely out of a prison, you were incarcerated for DWI, or you're coming out of a treatment rehab center, try to get a job. Many of us in early sobriety have left a lot of wreckage behind us and start off the road to recovery without a job. Obviously, not having a job can lead to much unneeded stress and free time. And the stress are a trigger and a stressor, and you need to avoid them. If you have a job, it will help you give some extra drive. Plus, it never hurts to have some money in your pocket and help pay those bills. If you were incarcerated for DWI, or you are coming out of a treatment center, if you held a high position, don't expect to find that position right away. Start small. A baby crawls before it walks, before it runs again. You are an infant in sobriety. Start small. Don't expect too many high potential opportunities. Remember where you're coming from. Start small. Don't take on jobs that you might not be able to handle, that might cause you to have a relapse. Those are the things you want to avoid. Stay away from relapse heavy places. When early in sobriety, there's no reason to be going out into a bar at night. You need to stay away from that. And then, if this is not related to alcohol for you that's watching me, and if it's related to drugs, stay away from that situation. If you're going to grab some lunch somewhere, don't be a moron and sit at the bar. Go to the table or a booth and keep the cocktail menu where it is. Do not open it. And the word moron might not be the right word that I utilized on this. What I should have said is don't be what's the word for, don't be irresponsible. If you are going to grab lunch somewhere, don't be irresponsible and sit at the bar. So the word moron I strike, and I apologize if I offended anyone. It should have been don't be irresponsible. If you're a smoker and need some cigarettes, don't go to the liquor store to grab them. Go to your supermarket. When you food shop, and you know where the wine and beer is, what aisle, avoid that aisle. You don't need to go down there. For what reason? You're just going to look what could have been, what could have had, which you know you can have, but you know what the consequences of having that is. Just make smart choices. There is no reason to face unnecessary temptation. These are just a few little helpful hints to help you get through tough times in early sobriety. Remember how miserable you were at one point due to your drinking or your drugging. The first drink or the first joint will lead to another life of misery. Keep up the good work and be proud of what you have done. Too many people die from this disease. Be thankful you're not one of them. And make today, October 20th, 2014, and you're going to be seeing this October 21st, actually. But make today the first day, folks, the first day to take your life back. Make today a new chapter to be written by you. Because we never talk about the past. And here's where this conversation comes in. Because the past is the past. It's done. You can learn from the past, but you can't rewrite those chapters. Your first chapter is at birth, and your last chapter will be at your death. Today, October 21st, 2014, could, in fact, be a new chapter that you can start writing in your book of life. Every year of your life is a new chapter. So if you're like me and age 52, I'm at my 52nd chapter. My book, soon to be my 53rd on October 31st, on Halloween, when my birthday is. Of those 52 chapters, my first 17 chapters were written in conjunction with my parents. You, as a parent or a grandparent raising children, need to understand that you have to help your children write their chapters. Those chapters between 0 of their birth and 17 before they go on their own, 17 or 18 in some cases, need to be written with you. They write their part, you write your part. Your part in those 17, 18 chapters should include love, respect, compassion, and emotion. Your part in your children's chapters should not include drinking and smoking in front of them, using profanity in front of them, or physically abusing anyone. So your chapters with your children between 0 and 17 of their book of life need to have love, respect, compassion, and emotion. They should not have smoking, drinking, physical abuse or profanity. That is how you help your children and your grandchildren's chapters in neighborhood life. That is where you come in as a role model. You are your children's or grandchildren's hero in their eye. So help them write their chapters in the way I just explained. To help you start writing new chapters in your book starting today, October 21st, 2014, is very simple. All you have to do, if you're watching me, you obviously either have a drug or alcohol problem, or you know people in your life that have it. So if you don't have alcohol or drug issues in your life and you know other people, this is just as important for you to listen as a person, a messenger, because that's what you would be to the people that you know that have this problem. And if you do have an alcohol or drug problem and you're listening to or watching me, this is important. There are two things that you absolutely have to do to live and fight daily with addiction, to live a longer life, a more fruitful life, and a better life fighting addiction. The two things are very simple, and they are so simple. If today, October 21st, 2014, is the day that you finally have decided to take your life back with me helping you. If today is the day, what you need to do, the first thing out of the two things, is finally admit you have a problem. That is such a simple thing when you really hear it. Oh, all I have to do is admit I have a problem. But for some reason, it takes years, including myself, it took that many years to finally admit it. Because the one half of our brain will always say, I don't have a problem. I can control my alcohol usage. I can control my drug usage. But folks, if you're sitting there and you are influenced by drugs and alcohol and your life is out of control, ask yourself this: do you really have control of your life then? Because if you did, your life wouldn't be out of control. That's where number two comes in. If your life is out of control due to your alcohol and drugs, how do you, besides admitting you have a problem, get it back into control? That is where you have to reach up to God, your higher power, and ask for guidance and direction. He will guide you and direct you throughout your whole addiction recovery for the rest of your life. He will guide and direct you on how to be a better human for the rest of your life, how to treat others better, how to be a good role model, how to be a better husband, a better wife, a better neighbor, a better mom, a better dad, a better grandparent, and the list can go on. When you ask God for guidance and direction, He, I guarantee you, will help. And you will see differences happening in your life, not immediately. These all take time, but you'll notice them. I used to be one of those people that would, within my own family, listen to my family members say, well, we have to pray about it and it's all up to God. I'd be one of those people that would say, how can you pray about paying for your bills? It's all up to God where the money might come from. How can you even think that? How do you pray on everything in life? I used to be one of those naysayers. And yet, the people that told me this had a better life than I did, had less stress than I did, and more importantly, didn't have any alcohol or drug issues in their life. So, October 22nd, 2013, when I finally reached up to my higher power, besides admitting that I had a problem because I hit rock bottom, as time went on, I noticed changes. In a positive sense, I rely now faithfully on my higher power, my God, to help guide and direct me. I am not a perfect human, and I don't think there are many perfect humans, but I am a human that knows my limitations. I know my limitations, and I know that when my limitations hit the top, that if I seek God and prayer, my limitations are endless, and I mean endless. With the power of God and the power of prayer, your limitations are endless when you let God take control of your life. Carrie Underwood, a singer, she was on American Idol, I think sang a song that says it all, and it's such a simple thing. Jesus, take the wheel. Let Jesus take the wheel in your life. Let him be the pilot of your life. Because if you're in a situation like I was, and probably millions of other people are in right now, which is addiction to alcohol and drugs, and your life is crumbling around you, you need to get out of the driver's seat and let Jesus take the wheel. Let him navigate you through life. Let him help you daily, 24 hours at a time. Folks, if you know you have a problem and you're ready to admit it, let today, October 21st, 2014, be the new chapter in your book of life. It's never too late to start fresh. You will have your past and it'll always be with you. But when you start fresh and you have a bright today and a better tomorrow, the past eventually will be forgotten. Hopefully you've learned from that. But it doesn't matter how many humans will bring it up to you, and there will be people that will negatively tell you, look at what you did in the past. How do we trust you? There will be people like that. But if God is willing to forgive you, who cares about what other people are saying about you? Prove to those people, not that you need to, but prove to those people that you are worth something. That you are a gift from God, like all humans are. There are people that are out there that go around telling other people they're no good, they're losers. Well, shame on those people, because every person is a gift from God and every person has good within them. Alcohol and drugs camouflage the goodness in people. Once you control your alcoholism and your drug addiction, and you include your God as your guider and director, you will notice abundantly changes in your life. Massive amount of changes that will include your health, your physical appearance, that will include possibly your job, your financials, your relationships. That will all be included with the power of prayer. When you include God in your daily living, those changes will happen for you. If you're one of those people like me that would say, well, I don't see how that's possible, try it. You will see that it is very, very much alive out there. The power of prayer lives on daily, and the power of God will come in you and help you and set no limitations on you and your life. He will lift the cap of your limitations, and the power of prayer will continuously go inside you and will help you become a better, well-balanced human. Avoid 7 things, or 7 things that you can do to help you stay away from drinks. Would include talk to other people about what you're going through. Include the people to be God. Talk to him what you're going through. Let the power of prayer help you daily. Find a hobby that can help you pass the time. Those hobbies can include reading, exercising, writing, music, anything. Don't just sit and feel sorry for yourself. Remember, you are worth everything in the world. And all you need to do is pick yourself up, reach for your higher power, and continue in your life. It is never, ever too late to change. You could have been the worst person up to this point, committed major crimes, yet God will forgive you if you ask for forgiveness and ask for repentance. God will forgive you. He will give you a fresh start. Even for the people that have committed murder, were caught by the authorities, are now spending the rest of their life in jail, or might even, in some states, face the death penalty. If those people reach out to God, God will forgive them. God cannot stop the punishment. Well, He could. Miracles do happen. But God will forgive them, and whether it's in jail for the rest of their life or they're facing the death penalty, those people are facing their punishment with the love of God within them, with the guidance and the direction of God within them. Try to do something kind without asking. I always say, if you can help somebody knowing that this person can't do anything in return for you, anything, can't, they don't have anything, that is a sure sign that you are starting to change your ways. If you give somebody money knowing they can't afford to pay you back, give it to them as a gift. If you give other people food knowing they can't pay you back, give it to as a gift. If you help somebody cut their grass knowing they can't afford to hire a landscaper, do it as out of the kindness of your heart. That in itself will show your children, your grandchildren, the role model that you are and the hero that they see. Go to support groups, whether it's AA, design your own like I did. Go to churches. There are many out there, but be actively involved daily. And I mean daily, not weekly. And I don't mean an hour like AA does daily. I mean actively, daily. Be involved. With me, it's at least 6 to 7 hours a day. Try to get a job if you're just coming out of prison or a treatment center. Try to get a job. You need to get a job to keep your mind off all the bad things and also to put money in your pocket so you can pay your bills. And stay away from the heavy relapse areas. And I used the word, and again, I'm going to apologize. I did not mean to write moron. But what I should have written is, if you're going to grab some lunch somewhere, don't be irresponsible and sit at the bar. Go to the table or the booth and keep the cocktail menu away from you. Folks, it's this simple how to live daily. These are 7 everyday things you can do to help stay away from the drink. We talked about how to be a role model, how to rewrite the chapters in your book. Let's talk really quickly about 3 different methods that you can utilize. And we know AA is out there. And we know AA has helped millions of people. They've been around since 1936. You will show up to AA in the beginning. They recommend that you do 90 meetings in 90 days. You will go into a classroom type of atmosphere where everybody sits together and shares their stories. This usually lasts about an hour to an hour and a half, and you go on your way. That is where I have a problem. I need to actively be involved almost 24 hours a day. Although with me it's anywhere from 6 to 8 hours a day, but because of how popular my websites have become in my YouTube videos, I'm constantly being reminded now throughout 24-hour day, because people are emailing me, seeking my advice, leaving comments, sending texts all day. That, folks, keeps my memory, not my memory, but my mind sharp on my addiction. Build whatever method you want up to a point to exceed what they tell you to do. If AA only meets for an hour, hour and a half, do more than that. Go outside of AA and seek more recovery help. My methods, like I told you and you all know by now, are my 2 websites, www.clearviews, that's CLEARVIEWS.info, and www.clearreform, that's CLEAR REFORM.com. Those two websites are there for you to utilize. The number one website for me is the Clear Views, and that's all about information on addiction recovery. 173 videos that I personally have done so far are there. On one page, there's a Channel 11 Time to Heal Recovery Talk Show. I have 20 episodes on there of their website, of their videos. Utilize them too. My other website, Clear Reform, is my addiction recovery coaching website. But these websites are there for you. And if you notice, both start with the word clear. Clear Views and Clear Reform. The word clear came to my mind within my first month of recovery because I felt clear in my mind and in my body. And I said to myself, I want to design a website. So what can I come up with the word clear? So I said, C is for community, L is for lessons, E is for empower, A is for addiction, R is for recovery. Clear, community, lessons, empower, addiction, recovery. Clear Views, Clear Reform. Clear says it all about how your body and your mind will feel as you're battling addiction. Folks, don't be under the impression that when you come out of a treatment center or you come out of jail, that you don't need to continuously educate yourself on addiction, because you do. As I sit here humbly this morning, October 20th today, 21st. You know, my days go from day to day so quickly between this and my job. But here, as I sit here humbly before you, I will tell you that if I stop doing what I'm doing, I might, hopefully I wouldn't, but I might fall back into my own addiction, my own addictive ways. That is why I'm here to tell you, you need to do more than any program can tell you to do or ask you to do. You need to not do minimum, but you need to do whatever it takes maximum. Go out and talk to people. But that's what you need to do. So if you do come out of jail, you do come out of a treatment center, you come out of AA every day, you come out of using my methods, never ever contemplate, be tempted by your own addictive ways. When you find yourself tempted, reach for God and ask for guidance and direction, because that was as God will help you with daily. When you go to sleep tonight, take your shoes, your sneakers, your slippers off, and you put them by the edge of your bed. Push them under your bed tonight. And you might be saying, Ralph, why is that? Because I'm telling you, when you push your shoes, sneakers, or slippers under your bed tomorrow morning when you wake up, you will have to go on your knees and you will have to retrieve them by pulling them out from under the bed. While you're on your knees, why don't you take a few minutes and thank your Lord, our God, for another day that He is allowing you to be on this beautiful earth. For every breath you take, there is someone out there taking their last breath in the world. For every time you open and you close your eyes and you blink, there is someone out there in the world that is closing their eye for the last time. For every day that you complete another day in your recovery, there is someone that's overdosing in the world. For every time you look at your watch on your arm, there is someone putting a needle into their arm somewhere in the world. For every time you take a sip of your orange juice or your soda, there is somebody taking a sip of alcohol, and it might be their last sip before overdosing. So each and every morning, pray and thank God that you have another day on this earth to breathe, to see, to enjoy. But part of your job, being in addiction recovery, is to go out and help others. And if you're not in addiction recovery and you're watching me because you just are interested in what I have to say, even you need to start helping others if you're not doing so already. Not only do you need to help people, folks, you need to give to people. You need to share what you have. We all came to this earth, into this earth, with nothing, and we all are leaving with nothing. So if you're holding on to your possessions like a chipmunk and you're hoarding it, and you have so much and your neighbor has nothing, give them something. Share with them. You know how when you move from house to house, you have a U-Haul truck to take your personal possessions? Well, folks, look at this analogy. When your time has come and you're going to your final resting place and your coffin is loaded into a hearse, do never ever expect a U-Haul truck to be behind your hearse going to the final resting place, because you can't take your personal possessions with you to where you're going. So why not share them today with somebody? There are millions of people out there with nothing, while we sit here with so much. So much we should be thankful for, so much that we all take for granted for. When you do good for people, you will get nothing but positive results. When you do bad to people, you will get nothing but negative results. I say this in all my videos and all day in my own life, is when you let the sunshine into your heart and into your home, you will get nothing but positive results. You need to stay away from the naysayer, negative people that will tell you you're no good, you can't do this, you'll never live without drinking, oh, it'll only last 2 weeks. Stay away from them. Let them go and talk that way to other people, and if there are people willing to listen to that, let them do that. But for you, you have something that shields you more than any other shield possible that's available for any human, and that is the guidance and the direction of God Almighty. If you want to be protected from all those negative people, start with praying to God and asking God for guidance and direction every day. I will tell you, if you have a sober today, 24 hours at a time, you are guaranteed to have a better tomorrow. And you're also guaranteed, hopefully, to have a tomorrow. But if you're going to stick those needles into your arms and consume that alcohol and pop those pills into your mouth, you might not be here tomorrow, or you might not even have it tomorrow, is what I should have said. Let today be the first day for the rest of your life, and let today be the day that I can help take your life back like I took my life back. June 22nd, 2013. I took my life back to where I feel comfortable, confident, and at ease. As back in June of 2013, the day before I took my life back, I did not have those feelings. I felt depressed, down, lost, not wanted. But June 22nd, when I finally did two things, which was to hit rock bottom and admit I had a problem and to reach up to God, now I feel better. And each and every day, as I continuously live in sobriety and I continuously depend on God for guidance and direction, my life becomes better and better. Let today be the first day for the rest of your life. Let today be a new chapter in your book of life. Let today be that. And if you are interested in becoming an addiction recovery coach, reach out to Dr. Luis Gonzalez and call him at 844-414-8444. If you need coaching, you can reach out to him also. You can reach out to me at 844-405-HELP. But we are all here to help each other for whatever reason. We are all here. But it all starts today, folks. Remember, if it's clear what I'm telling you here, it'll become clear out there. No matter where you are, start today. Make today the best day for the rest of your life. And let me help take your life back today, October 21st, 2014. Thank you, and God bless you.